Good morning or good day, dear friends. So I will continue with the issue how we can keep our mind in restful and intelligent and stable way within our everyday activities. Well, so far I was talking about our reaction to what we hear about what's happening in the world, and I trying to convince you not to indulge in your emotions, which is difficult, I must say, when you read about so-called world leaders declaring this and that. It is really, really, I feel like vomiting about their complete and utter oops, I don't know, you have to bear with this dog or neighbors being rather actively vocal. So anyway, well, that's the life. Completely, utterly in its all colors. Today I will be talking about situations which are more before they touched our mind, our feeling, our opinions, evoked in us emotions, this kind of reaction. They didn't actually do anything to us. They didn't cause that we didn't have a breakfast or dinner or lose money, except of paying for the internet, which we would pay for other reasons as well. Now I will be talking about things which we personally are touched by. By the way, this dog, which you hear very vividly, is a huge dog which got a little, how do you call it? Such a thing which you throw flat and goes. Frisbee, or no frisbee. Anyway, and he fights with it and squeaks. Okay, no, okay. So now we will talk about the situations which we encounter the world, but the world touches us. Touches us, let's put it that physically, because if touches our income or lack of income, if touches our health, if touches our living in certain place or not living, it's already more than only our emotions invoked by seeing the catastrophe of the world progressing. And world leader today, which they with the great sincerity declared carbon-free economy in 1938 or 42 or something, which they will be peacefully living on their very high, if they will, retirement. Anyway, enough of that, but as you see, I don't do what I am suggesting you to do. So now, let's take it pragmatically. In our life, civilized life, we are increasingly more and more have to deal with various institutions. For example, it will be our work where we get our money. If we work somewhere, we get our money, and if we hear about that we are fired, it is more than some abstract idea about unemployment. We are reacting on it differently. We are scared, confused, what to do. There are doubts, debts to be paid, mortgage to pay, move somewhere, don't move. Ask if we have a member of a family what to do. It is touching us, our well-being or our being, so, right? So that is what I want to talk about. But I gave quite a few examples, so we will not see on the basis of just work. For example, we have a car, and the car is, suppose, insured, and we have an accident, and then now who pays what? We are getting the forms and talk which we don't understand, and we have to sign or not sign. We are upset and confused. Or we are getting taxes, and suddenly we are hit with tax for something which we believe it is completely incorrect, and start writing letters to which we don't get, and talk with so-called consultants of the tax office, which are like bots, only sounds more human. But they just look at your file and your security number. Yes, we received it. No, we didn't, but I sent, but we don't have, etc. Or we have buy something on internet, let's say from Amazon. We search for that, we found it, now we search for price, and then it's how much it will be transport, and maybe it is from, if you are in America, it will be some duties on it. And again we are facing these things. But it is a lot of them, a lot. Or something really, let's say we want to, or we immigrate, to some, excuse this whole thing, but I want to move. Okay. We are moving to another country. We want to immigrate. We are getting these papers, and we have to prove this, and had a piece of that we did this or didn't do that. We are facing, we personally, a huge, enormous machine which has various departments, let's say, but each are scary, each are confusing, and we don't know what to do with it. We are feeling so nobody is going to help us. We are alone. Okay, so now that's, I think the rest you can imagine on your own. I trust you have enough of this experience, unless you are very, very rich and taken care of. But these people, very doubtfully, are among the listeners to this blog. So, what do we do? The first thing which comes to my mind is stability. We can't be blown by these winds of situations which we have to deal with. We have to stop and regain our stability, not to like boat which we have to keep it stable, and then we have to look at it, and all of that intermingle with resting of mind, intermingled. That is helpful because that makes this whole thing more doable when you feel that you can keep your mind steady and open. And of course, you have to distinguish and patiently look into all of the patiently, not losing heart. Yes, they didn't respond this way. You have to write another letter and another letter and demand to talk to manager or whatever you need to do. You have to be patient, and for God's sake, never get angry, because that will completely, you will go on the wrong track. Anger never helps. Never. Simply it doesn't help. And as I said, it's a different. Intermix it, not stop and do. Just create an atmosphere of stability of your mind being rest, being always returning to its resting state, even if you write or you listen or you see that you are charged something which you think at least you shouldn't be charged, or you according to this rule or that rule, you return this object which is piece of junk which you bought on Amazon, and you have to get a little sticker and glue it, and you have to do it all with the stable energy. It's not easy, but if you don't do it, it could be only worse. It's very simple. The stability and openness and precision are the only thing you have. You don't have a society which will protect and support you. You are alone. In our society, you are alone. Well, you can create and some complain on Facebook about this and that, and so nothing. Okay? So that was, I'm getting into really into the guts of this, our relation with the world, and keeping our mind not stable, open, intelligent. Okay? So that is for much for today. It's an experiment. I have no idea what you will see because I'm outdoors. You may see some background. The dog was merciful quiet. So on that note and beautiful day, blue sky, I would say goodbye. And as you see, as I promise, you can see me quite often since I am not forced to write and correct, etc. So, goodbye, dear friends.